rusted tin rests right here beside my tea. It holds the dried up leaves of 1973. I trace the dented lid with just my index fingertip and wonder how the years could slip so fast from grip. My reading glasses catch the amber fading light. I sit in quiet rooms and watch the coming night. I saved a ticket stub from August on a train before my hair turned white and streets were paved with rain. We danced in woolen sweaters by the river bend and never dreamed a golden summer had to end. The radio plays songs we used to softly hum. I knew each single note before the words would come. My favorite lavender is dry inside the glass. I let the quiet hours slowly pass and pass. My reading glasses catch the amber fading light. I sit in quiet rooms and watch the coming night. I saved a ticket stub from August on a train before my hair turned white and streets were paved with rain. We danced in woolen sweaters by the river bend and never dreamed a golden summer had to end. The photographs are curling at the postcard edge. We carved our separate names into the garden hedge. I touch the silver medal where the paint is worn and think of all the days before I felt forlorn. I saved a ticket stub from August on a train before my hair turned white and streets were paved with rain. We danced in woolen sweaters by the river bend and never dreamed a golden summer had to end. The room grows dark enough to close the tin once more. I pull the patchwork quilt across the wooden floor. Tomorrow brings another cup of morning tea and ghosts of what we used to love and used to be. Milk bottles clinking on the curb. Wake up the houses on the hill. I poured my coffee in a chip blue cup and wondered if you're sleeping still. We spent our 20s trading secrets in the dark. Now Sunday Sunday papers pile up high in the park. Do you remember how we danced until the floorboards ached before our promises in China coffee sets got broken and broke? We watched the neighborhood grow quiet in the autumn haze and traded all our tomorrows for yesterday's gentle ways. I found our postcard from the coast, pressed flat inside a library book. The ink has faded to the color of a dove, just like the Polaroid we took. I dial the digits that I memorized at 17 before the miles and the quiet years slipped in between. Do you remember how we danced until the floorboards ached before our promises in China coffee sets got broken and broke? We watched the neighborhood grow quiet in the autumn haze and traded all our tomorrows for yesterday's gentle ways. Time moves slowly when you sit across from empty chairs, counting footsteps on the stairs, wondering if you still drink your tea the very same way. Come back and sit beside me on the porch swing tonight. The street lamps are flickering into amber light. We have a lifetime of stories left to recall before the evening shadows start to fall. The scent of baking apples drifts across the narrow street where Clara sweeps the porch and wipes her tired, dusty feet. 60 years have hurried by since first she wore that crown of tangled summer wildflowers in the sleepy coastal town. She touches wood that faded in the relentless autumn gale and remembers how they waited by the rusty mailbox rail. He left his woolly jacket hanging on the kitchen chair, a constant quiet shadow breathing softly in the air. She counts the copper pennies left upon the windowsill and wonders if his phantom heart is resting there still. The neighbors wave from passing cars with baskets full of grain, while Clara pours her chamomile and watches for the rain. She pulls a leather album from the bottom of the chest and traces every silver face she loved the very best. Her glasses slip a fraction as the afternoon grows dim, and every ticking second seems to pull her back to him. He left his woolly jacket hanging on the kitchen chair, a constant quiet shadow breathing softly in the air. She counts the copper pennies left upon the windowsill and wonders if his phantom heart is resting there still. The harbor bell rings slowly as the sun begins to sink, leaving painted strokes of lavender in every water drop and blink. She doesn't mind the quiet or the shadows on the floor, because she knows exactly who is waiting by the door. The apple smell is fading as the evening gathers cold. She wraps the woolen jacket round her shoulders as of old. A single drop of teardrop falls upon the wooden grain and closes up the pages till the morning light again. A sudden thought cuts through the quiet room, like a needle dropping down on polished vinyl. I stopped pouring coffee in my favorite cup, remembering how we used to stir it twice. Dust motes dance inside the slanted amber light, tracing lines where we sat through endless nights. An old coat hangs behind the kitchen door, its pockets hold ticket stubs from 1964. We laughed so hard our ribs began to ache, before the world grew wide and hard to take. The floorboards creak beneath my stocking feet, just like they did when autumn turned to sleet. I touched the radio dial, seeking out a tune that carried us across the harvest moon. Time slips away while shadows stretch across the floor, opening a rusted, unforgotten door. An old coat hangs behind the kitchen door, its pockets hold ticket stubs from 1964. We laughed so hard our ribs began to ache, before the world grew wide and hard to take. I see your shadow sitting in the velvet chair, reaching out to smooth my silvering hair. The room grows still again, the moment starts to fade, I leave the cup untouched where it was made. I whisper names into the gathering shade. Why does wool still smell like rain when the attic stays bone dry? I found your navy cardigan pressed beneath a folded quilt. A button clicked against the wood, a sudden silver sound. And all the years I thought I locked away begin to tilt. My fingers trace the collar where the stitching starts to fray. I cannot find the reason I keep walking down this hall. Old brass keys remain inside a porcelain saucer by the door. Footsteps used to count the floorboards right above my resting head. Nothing moves, the dust motes dancing in the slanted afternoon, except the heavy quiet left in spaces you abandoned. I poured a cup of chicory and let the water cool, because I keep forgetting that I only boil for one. The kettle makes a whistling sigh that sounds so much like you. Before the shadows stretch across the porch and day is done, my glasses slip and slide down on the bridge of my worn nose. I pause beside the calendar with pages turning blind. Old brass keys remain inside a porcelain saucer by the door. Footsteps used to count the floorboards right above my resting head. Nothing moves, the dust motes dancing in the slanted afternoon, except the heavy quiet left in spaces you abandoned. Memory is a stubborn lamp that flickers on the wall, casting shapes of people who are resting down the lane. I wonder if you miss the porch, the crooked willow tree, or if you found a quiet shore away from winter rain. The grandfather clock in the corner is ticking the minutes away. I pull the heavy wool tighter around my thin sloping shoulders. Night settles softly down over the garden we planted together, and I am still waiting here, watching the glowing embers. the weight of the chair when I stood to leave, a dusting of flour still stuck to my sleeve. You hurried past mirrors that double the room, ignoring the quiet that fell with the gloom. You wore your hair high and your ambitions higher, like paper cranes tossed right into the fire. I wish I could tell you the rushing will slow, the answers arrive when you let yourself go. That frantic young heartbeat calms down in the end. The stranger in glasses is now your best friend. You saved every ticket and kept every card, believing that striving made loving less hard. I found that old coat in the back of the ward and smiled at the passion you could not afford. The coffee goes cold while you stare at the wall. You thought that a stumble meant taking a fall. I wish I could tell you the rushing will slow, the answers arrive when you let yourself go. That frantic young heartbeat calms down in the end. The stranger in glasses is now your best friend. We carried such burdens on shoulders too slight, afraid of the dark and suspicious of light. But time is a healer that asks for no fee. It gave back the girl I was meant to be. So fold up the paper and put down the pen. We do not need answers from back there again. The room has grown warm and the afternoon fades. I'm proud of the choices we bravely have made. The color of the light is soft amber tonight, reflecting off the puddle by your feet. You hold a paper cup that's half empty now, and watch the traffic rolling down the street. Excuse me, mister, do you have the time? Or are you just waiting for the rain to clear? Your coat reminds me of a train I rode alone, back when the future felt so large and wide. We share a silent bench in unfamiliar town, Two ghosts of summers resting side by side. I noticed how you traced the rim of your cup, just like my brother did in '54. It's funny how a stranger on a rainy night can open up a rusty cellar door. The heavy clock above the doorway chimes a note that takes me back to where I used to live. Your coat reminds me of a train I rode alone, back when the future felt so large and wide. We share a silent bench in unfamiliar town. Two ghosts of summers resting side by side. The spinner stops and hums a low harmonic sound. The neon sign begins to buzz and blink. You turn your head and offer me a tired smile, much deeper than we ever meant to think. The bus is coming down the avenue at last. I wish we had another hour or two to pass. Keep dry beneath that collar turned up high before we wave a gentle, quiet goodbye. You said yesterday the winter air is dry. I found a frozen leaf stuck to the glass. Small observations keep me passing by, the little things that never seem to pass. A button dropped beside the garden gate, a cup of tea left half full on the sill. These tiny marks of time that simply wait in corners where the afternoon stands still. The clock upon the wall begins to chime, counting out the pieces left behind. Old sweaters hanging in the cedar chest, your favorite armchair facing toward the street, a silver spoon that's settled in the rest, the rhythm of our slow and quiet feet. The calendar still flips to 94, though years have drifted far beyond that page. A pair of walking shoes beside the door, a worn-out paperback with yellowed stage. The radio emits a muted hum, begins to blow. The clock upon the wall begins to chime, counting out the pieces left behind. Old sweaters hanging in the cedar chest, your favorite armchair facing toward the street, a silver spoon that settled in the rest, the rhythm of our slow and quiet feet. I notice how the dust motes catch the light and settle softly on the wooden floor. The longest shadows stretch into the night as twilight slips beneath the kitchen door. Old sweaters hanging in the cedar chest, your favorite armchair facing toward the street, a silver spoon that settled in the rest, the rhythm of our slow and quiet feet. The porch light stays awake to guide the dark, and every single memory leaves its mark. Rough linen rubs against my palm, the skirt you sewed before the fall. The hem is crooked, stitched with care. I fold it neatly on the chair. The zipper catches on the teeth and pulls the quiet years beneath. I wear the blue you said was mine and step across the dotted line. Your shadow waits in apron string while winter folds its paper wing. A pocket worn thin at the side where pennies used to safely hide. The thread is darkened with the dust, like iron touched by gentle rust. The collar frames a younger face that time replaced without a trace. I wear the blue you said was mine and step across the dotted line. Your shadow waits in apron string while winter folds its paper wing. The button slips into the slot of things I kept and things forgot. My fingers trace the woven seam upon the wall and watch the evening shadows fall. The empty sleeve begins to sway and turns the quiet clock away. The brass hands point to 4:30. I am sitting by the bay window, waiting for the latch upon the front door to click like it did so long ago. I picture us trading stories in the fading light, when our steps are slow and our hair is white. We will watch the evening paper fold its wings, while the mantel clock remembers older springs. I will pour the chamomile you always loved best, and we will finally let the highway put us to rest. Your favorite sweater hangs upon the wooden chair, waiting for the winter chill to fill the hall. I can almost feel the gentle touch of your hand there, as the golden afternoon begins to fall. I picture us laughing at the years we left behind, leaving every rushing worry far out of mind. We will watch the evening paper fold its wings, while the mantel clock remembers older springs. I will pour the chamomile you always loved best, and we will finally let the highway put us to rest. Some days feel so close, I reach across the room, expecting you to step right through the kitchen gloom. We will watch the evening paper fold its wings, while the mantel clock remembers older springs. I will pour the chamomile you always loved best, and we will finally let the highway put us to rest. The copper kettle finally starts to sing its tune, and I am ready for the quiet of our afternoon. Copper thimble sits beside my empty. It holds the shape of winters used to be. I trace the surface with a trembling thumb and count the years that quietly have come. The curtains ripple as the breeze pulls through. I wonder if you kept your coat of blue. Old letters yellow at the bottom drawer. We walk together on a wooden floor. Now empty teacups gather morning gray, and time forgets to hurry on its way. A photograph is tucked behind the frame. I barely need to whisper out your name. The silence stretches warm across the room, like afternoon approaching into gloom. The radio is playing distant strings, remembering the comfort that it brings. Old letters yellow at the bottom drawer. We walk together on a wooden floor. Now empty teacups gather morning gray, and time forgets to hurry on its way. The shadows lengthen down the corridor. I'll even unlock the heavy kitchen door, because a habit is a quiet friend that stays beside you until day will end. The copper thimble catches fading light. I fold my shawl and wish the world good night. The tea is cold, the afternoon is done. I close my eyes and keep what we begun. A glass bottle clinks against the concrete stair, just like it did when we were 9 and bold. The morning fog is heavy in the air, and every familiar doorway looks so old. I pulled my woolen scarf around my chin and watched the shadows stretch across the grass, remembering the trouble we were in before we knew how fast the years would pass. Do you recall the secrets that we swore beneath the wooden boards of your back porch? We thought the world outside our quiet town would wait for us to light a steady have changed their names. The houses fade, yet I can still retrace the games we played. You always walked 3 paces to the left, with flour dusting through your apron hem. We used to mend the neighborhood's slight theft and trade our paper dolls and copper stem. The baker rings his bell down on the square, though nobody is waiting by the door. I catch a scent of lavender in the air, just like the drawer where you kept what was yours. Do you recall the secrets that we swore beneath the wooden boards of your back porch? We thought the world outside our quiet town would wait for us to light a steady torch. The streets have changed their names, the houses fade, yet I can still retrace the games we played. Time does not apologize to friends who leave their muddy boots outside the gate. It pulls the curtain down before it ends and tells us it is useless to be late. I leave a penny on the garden wall in case you pass this way before the night. The milkman gathers up his empty bottles, small and tall, and walks away into the golden light. The scent of cedar and tobacco smoke drifts from the collar of a heavy cloak. She folds it gently on the wooden chair and breathes the quiet memory in the air. He left it hanging by the kitchen door before the winter settled on the floor. She touches buttons made of polished horn, remembering mornings when the bread was corn. He wore that coat to walk the northern ridge and watch the sunset from the iron bridge. She finds a penny in the pocket seam and closes eyes to catch a fleeting dream. The neighborhood has changed its rusty tune under the silver sickle of the moon. She pours a cup of tea for only one and watches fading colors of the sun. She touches buttons made of polished horn, remembering mornings when the bread was corn. He wore that coat to walk the northern ridge and watch the sunset from the iron bridge. Time does not hurry when the house is still. It rests like shadow on the distant hill. She whispers names to keep the cold away and lives the sweetness of another day. The scent of cedar lingers in the room as darkness gathers on the quiet loom. She hangs the coat back in its steady place and smiles to feel the warmth of his embrace. A sudden needle pokes my drifting mind while folding woolens in the fading light. I left your heavy tweed behind the door where hallway shadows stretch across the floor. The wireless murmur strains of 44. A rainy Tuesday, like so many more. Silver buttons catch the copper glow of street lamps starting up their steady show. Across the pavement where we used to walk in rhythm with our unhurried talk. A cup of chicory cools beside my hand upon the table made of polished pine. The curtains flutter in the drafty room as daylight surrenders to the autumn gloom. The wireless murmur strains of 44. A rainy Tuesday, like so many more. Silver buttons catch the copper glow of street lamps starting up their steady show. Across the pavement where we used to walk in rhythm with our unhurried talk. I turn the brass knob on the parlor clock and count the moments since you turned the lock. The teacup rattles softly on the tray drift away. I fold the blanket neatly on the bed and whisper every word you left unsaid. The quiet room accepts the closing day as night erases distance and decay. Where did the blue apron go that I wore to the creek when the summer was long and my shoes were too weak? I keep reaching back through the folds of the day, finding pieces of ribbon that frayed on the way. My tea gets cold before I take a sip, and name slips softly from my fingertips. I folded sweaters in the cedar chest and wondered which of us loved autumn best. The kettle whistled for an empty room while dust motes danced inside the afternoon. A button rose across the wooden floor, stopping right by the hinges of the pantry door. I bend to pick it up and lose the thought of what it was I fancied or what I bought. My glasses slide right down to my nose while time unravels like a worn-out hose. I folded sweaters in the cedar chest and wondered which of us loved autumn best. The kettle whistled for an empty room while dust motes danced inside the afternoon. Faces look at me from silver frames, smiling brightly but forgetting names. I answer back to voices in the hall, though nobody is walking there at all. I folded sweaters in the cedar chest and wondered which of us loved autumn best. The kettle whistled for an empty room while dust motes danced inside the afternoon. The lamp is glowing on the bedside stand. I hold my own tired and wrinkled hand. The night has settled gently on the chair and left me resting softly right in here. chair as I pulled it away. Before the young girl learned what she wanted to say, your stockings were rolled and your collar was pinned. Afraid of the sound of a September wind, you sat by the glass with a book on your knee and waited for someone to set your heart free. I wish I could whisper through 40 years space and smooth out the worry that lines up your face. The mistakes that you cry over, small as a grain, will turn into silver when touched by the rain. You save every letter tied up with green twine, believing the future is written in line. Your fingers are stained with the ink of a dream, too fragile to hold at the edge of the seam. The kettle is singing, the floorboards are cold, and you are so terrified of growing old. I wish I could whisper through 40 years space and smooth out the worry that lines up your face. The mistakes that you cry over, small as a grain, will turn into silver when touched by the rain. Put down the pen and just look at the sky. No need to ask how or to wonder just why. The road that is waiting is softer than glass, and all of the heavy gray shadows will pass. So smile at the girl in the mirror today and thank her for carrying half of the way. The journey was bumpy, the ending is sweet, and now we can finally sit down and rest our feet. A chime from the steeple breaks into the quiet room. I picture my porch in the autumn when asters bloom. I see myself sitting with gray woven shawls around, listening closely for any familiar sound. Years will roll softly like leaves on a windy hill, and I will be waiting where clover is growing still. One day I will look at the of a Tuesday gray. I count up the books on the shelf by the window frame and wonder if age will change how I repeat your name. I picture my hands growing thinner like parchment paper, while candlelight dances and flickers a steady taper. Years will roll softly like leaves on a windy hill, and I will be waiting where clover is growing still. One day I will look at the garden and miss your laugh, tracing the lines of our life on a photograph. Wondering how the long decades could slip away, leaving me here in the warmth of a Tuesday gray. Time is a river that carries us far from shore, yet somehow I picture us walking this path once more. One day I will look at the garden and miss your laugh, tracing the lines of our life on a photograph. Wondering how the long decades could slip away, leaving me here in the warmth of a Tuesday gray. I picture that future and smile as the shadows fall, knowing I loved you, the best of us, after all. You said yesterday the kitchen tiles feel colder than they used to be. I found a rusted hairpin underneath the pantry shelf. Your favorite wool cardigan is hanging on the second hook. I never learned to mend the elbow by myself. Small details catch my eye before the light begins to fade. The way the blue bowl sits beside the folded linen lace. I count the quiet hours on the clock against the wall. A single speck of dust falls softly through the yellow noon. The teacup holds a shadow where the sugar used to fall. We left our favorite record spinning out of tune. stack of yellowed envelopes is tied with cotton twine. I notice how the ink has faded softly on the page. The calendar is stuck upon the second week of June. We never thought about the turning of the page. Small habits keep my hands from resting empty in my lap. The way you left your glasses tilted on the cedar mat. I count the quiet hours on the clock against the wall. A single speck of dust falls softly through the yellow noon. The teacup holds a shadow where the sugar used to fall. We left our favorite record spinning out of tune. The milkman left a bottle by the porch at 4:30. I watched the copper kettle start to form a tiny steam. I turned around to tell you what I saw across the floor, and realized that the afternoon is just a passing dream. The stove is ticking softly as the water starts to boil. I fold your winter sweater and I put it in the chest. I leave the window open just a fraction to the street and whisper all the things I always loved the best. Faded velvet brushes past my thumb. A box of buttons saved from long ago. Mother kept them where the cold wind comes in winters that were deep with sudden snow. I trace the edges of a mother of pearl, remembering the girl I used to be. We measured time in hems we had to let out, and dresses stitched by kerosene and lamplight. The radio played a tune we used to hum about, while shadows stretched across the floor until night. Brass and copper tumbling in the tin, a heavy wool that caught upon my sleeve. Those autumn evenings when you both stepped in. Before the years it taught me how to leave. I hold a wooden toggle from your winter coat and read the silent letters that we never wrote. We measured time in hems we had to let out, and by kerosene and lamplight. The radio played a tune we used to hum about, while shadows stretched across the floor until night. Nothing stays the way it used to rest, except the memories locked inside this chest. I closed the lid and put the box away to keep the warmth of yesterday alive today. The brass hand ticks against the cream and wooden dial. I'll be waiting here a while, watching how the shadow slips. Someday when my hair is white and the snow begins to fall, down the hall, turning toward the amber light. When the mantel clock strikes 4, you will step across the floor, carrying a coat of gray, like you never went away. 2 more hours to let it pass. I am brushing off the dust. Time is gentle with our trust. Mirror shines against the glass. Someday when the room is still and the evening cups are poured, I will hear that familiar chord drifting down the windowsill. When the mantel clock strikes 4, you will step across the floor, carrying a coat of gray, like you never went away. All the years we haven't seen will dissolve in gaslit air. I will meet you by the chair where we always used to lean. When the mantel clock strikes 4, you will step across the floor, carrying a coat of gray, like you never went away. 14 minutes past the hour, I am smiling at the door, knowing we will want for nothing more. As the winter loses power, beside my tea. It holds the dried up leaves of 1973. I trace the dented lid with just my index fingertip, and wonder how the years could slip so fast from grip. My reading glasses catch the amber fading light. I sit in quiet rooms and watch the coming night. I saved a ticket stub from August on a train, before my hair turned white and streets were paved with rain. We danced in woolen sweaters by the river bend, and never dreamed a golden summer had to end. The radio plays songs we used to softly hum. I knew each single note before the words would come. My favorite lavender is dry inside the glass. I let the quiet hours slowly pass and pass. My reading glasses catch the amber fading light. I sit in quiet rooms and watch the coming night. I saved a ticket stub from August on a train, before my hair turned white and streets were paved with rain. We danced in woolen sweaters by the river bend, and never dreamed a golden summer had to end. The photographs are curling at the postcard edge. We carved our separate names into the garden hedge. I touch the silver medal where the paint is worn, and think of all the days before I felt forlorn. I saved a ticket stub from August on a train, before my hair turned white and streets were paved with rain. We danced in woolen sweaters by the river bend, and never dreamed a golden summer had to end. The room grows dark enough to close the tin once more. I pull the patchwork quilt across the wooden floor. Tomorrow brings another cup of morning tea, and ghosts of what we used to love and used to be. Clinking on the curb, wake up the houses on the hill. I poured my coffee in a chip blue cup, and wondered if you're sleeping still. We spent our 20s trading secrets in the dark. Now Sunday papers pile up high in the park. Do you remember I found our postcard from the coast, pressed flat inside a library book. The ink has faded to the color of a dove, just like the Polaroid we took. I dial the digits that I memorized at 17, before the miles and the quiet years slipped in between. Do you remember how we danced until the floorboards ached, before our promises and china coffee sets got broken and broke? We watched the neighborhood grow quiet in the autumn haze, and traded all our tomorrows for yesterday's gentle ways. Time moves slowly when you sit across from empty chairs, counting footsteps on the stairs, wondering if you still drink your tea the very same way. Come back and sit beside me on the porch swing tonight. The street lamps are flickering into amber light. We have a lifetime of stories left to recall, before the evening shadows start to fall. The scent of baking apples drifts across the narrow street, where Clara sweeps the porch and wipes her tired, dusty feet. 60 years have hurried by since first she wore that crown of tangled summer wildflowers in this sleepy coastal town. She touches wood that faded in the relentless autumn gale, and remembers how they waited by the rusty mailbox rail. He left his woolly jacket hanging on the kitchen chair, a constant quiet shadow breathing softly in the air. She counts the copper pennies left upon the windowsill, and wonders if his phantom heart is resting there still. The neighbors wave from passing cars with baskets full of grain, while Clara pours her chamomile and watches for the rain. She pulls a leather album from the bottom of the chest, and traces every silver face she loved the very best. Her glasses slip a fraction as the afternoon grows dim, and every ticking second seems to pull her back to him. He left his woolly jacket hanging on the kitchen chair, a constant quiet shadow breathing softly in the air. She counts the copper pennies left upon the windowsill, and wonders if his phantom heart is resting there still. The harbor bell rings slowly as the sun begins to sink, leaving painted strokes of lavender in every water drop and blink. She doesn't mind the quiet or the shadows on the floor, because she knows exactly who is waiting by the door. The apple smell is fading as the evening gathers cold. She wraps the woolen jacket round her shoulders as of old. A single drop of teardrop falls upon the wooden grain and closes up the pages till the morning light again. A sudden thought cuts through the quiet room, like a needle dropping down on polished vinyl. I stopped pouring coffee in my favorite cup, remembering how we used to stir it twice. Motes dance inside the slanted amber light, tracing lines where we sat through endless nights. An old coat hangs behind the kitchen door, its pockets hold ticket stubs from 1964. We laughed so hard our ribs began to ache, before the world grew wide and hard to take. The floorboards creak beneath my stocking feet, just like they did when autumn turned to sleet. I touched the radio dial, seeking out a tune that carried us across the harvest moon. Time slips away while shadows stretch across the floor, opening a rusted, unforgotten door. An old coat hangs behind the kitchen door, its pockets hold ticket stubs from 1964. We laughed so hard our ribs began to ache, before the world grew wide and hard to take. I see your shadow sitting in the velvet chair, reaching out to smooth my silvering hair. The room grows still again, the moment starts to fade. I leave the cup untouched where it was made. I whisper names into the gathering shade. still smell like rain when the attic stays bone dry. I found your navy cardigan pressed beneath a folded quilt. A button clicked against the wood, a sudden silver sound, and all the years I thought I locked away began to tilt. My fingers trace the collar where the stitching starts to fray. I cannot find the reason I keep walking down this hall. Old brass keys remain inside a porcelain saucer by the door. Footsteps used to count the floorboards right above my resting head. Nothing moves, the dust motes dancing in the slanted afternoon, except the heavy quiet left in spaces you abandoned. I poured a cup of chicory and let the water cool, because I keep forgetting that I only boil for one. The kettle makes a whistling sigh that sounds so much like you, before the shadows stretch across the porch and day is done. My glasses slip and slide down on the bridge of my worn nose. I pause beside the calendar with pages turning blind. Old brass keys remain inside a porcelain saucer by the door. Footsteps used to count the floorboards right above my resting head. Nothing moves, the dust motes dancing in the slanted afternoon, except the heavy quiet left in spaces you abandoned. Memory is a stubborn lamp that flickers on the wall, casting shapes of people who are resting down the lane. I wonder if you miss the porch, the crooked willow tree, or if you found a quiet shore away from winter rain. The grandfather clock in the corner is ticking the minutes away. I pull the heavy wool tighter around my thin sloping shoulders. Night settles softly down over the garden we planted together, and I am still waiting here, watching the glowing embers. The weight of the chair when I stood to leave, a dusting of flour still stuck to my sleeve. You hurried past mirrors that double the room, ignoring the quiet that fell with the gloom. You wore your hair high and your ambitions higher, like paper paper cranes tossed right into the fire. I wish I could tell you the rushing will slow. The answers arrive when you let yourself go. That frantic young heartbeat calms down in the end. The stranger in glasses is now your best friend. You saved every ticket and kept every card, believing that striving made loving less hard. I found that old coat in the back of the ward and smiled at the passion you could not afford. The coffee goes cold while you stare at the wall. You thought that a stumble meant taking a fall. I wish I could tell you the rushing will slow. The answers arrive when you let yourself go. That frantic young heartbeat calms down in the end. The stranger in glasses is now your best friend. We carried such burdens on shoulders too slight, afraid of the dark and suspicious of light. But time is a healer that asks for no fee. It gave back the girl I was meant to be. So fold up the paper and put down the pen. We do not need answers from back there again. The room has grown warm and the afternoon fades. I'm proud of the choices we bravely have made. Color of the light is soft amber tonight, reflecting off the puddle by your feet. You hold a paper cup that's half empty now, and watch the traffic rolling down the street. Excuse me, mister, do you have the time? Or are you just waiting for the rain to clear? Your coat reminds me of a train I rode alone, back when the future felt so large and wide. We share a silent bench in unfamiliar town, two ghosts of summers resting side by side. I noticed how you traced the rim of your cup, just like my brother did in '54. It's funny how a stranger on a rainy night can open up a rusty cellar door. heavy clock above the doorway chimes a note that takes me back to where I used to live. Your coat reminds me of a train I rode alone, back when the future felt so large and wide. We share a silent bench in unfamiliar town, two ghosts of summers resting side by side. The spinner stops and hums a low harmonic sound. The neon sign begins to buzz and blink. You turn your head and offer me a tired smile, much deeper than we ever meant to think. The bus is coming down the avenue at last. I wish we had another hour or two to pass. Keep dry beneath that collar turned up high before we wave a gentle, quiet goodbye. You said yesterday the winter air is dry. I found a frozen leaf stuck to the glass. Small observations keep me passing by, the little things that never seem to pass. A button dropped beside the garden gate, a cup of tea left half full on the sill. These tiny marks of time that simply wait in corners where the afternoon stands still. The clock upon the wall begins to chime, counting out the pieces left behind. Old sweaters hanging in the cedar chest, your favorite armchair facing toward the street, a silver spoon that settled in the rest, the rhythm of our slow and quiet feet. The calendar still flips to 94, though years have drifted far beyond that page. A pair of walking shoes beside the door, a worn-out paperback with yellowed stage. The radio emits a muted hum, playing melodies from 50 years ago. I wonder if those quiet days will come back when the autumn wind begins to blow. The clock upon the wall begins to chime, counting out the pieces left behind. Old sweaters hanging in the cedar chest, settles softly on the wooden floor. The longest shadows stretch into the night as twilight slips beneath the kitchen door. Old sweaters hanging in the cedar chest, your favorite armchair facing toward the street, a silver spoon that settled in the rest, the rhythm of our slow and quiet feet. The porch light stays awake to guide the dark, and every single memory leaves its mark. Rough linen rubs against my palm, the skirt you sewed before the fall. The hem is crooked, stitched with care. I've folded neatly on the chair. The zipper catches on the teeth and pulls the quiet years beneath. I wear the blue you said was mine and step across the dotted line. Your shadow waits in apron string while winter folds its paper wing. A pocket worn thin at the side where pennies used to safely hide. The thread is darkened with the dust, like iron touched by gentle rust. The collar frames a younger face that time replaced without a trace. I wear the blue you said was mine and step across the dotted line. Your shadow waits in apron string while winter folds its paper wing. The button slips into the slot of things I kept and things forgot. My fingers trace the woven seam and waken from the long, slow dream. I hang the dress upon the wall and watch the evening shadows fall. The empty sleeve begins to sway and turns the quiet clock away. The brass hands point to 4:30. I am sitting by the bay window, waiting for the latch upon the front door to click like it did so long ago. I picture us trading stories in the fading light, when our steps are slow and our hair is white. We will watch the evening paper fold its wings, while the mantel clock remembers older springs. I will pour the chamomile you always loved best, and we will finally let the highway put us to rest. Your favorite sweater hangs upon the wooden chair, waiting for the winter chill to fill the hall. I can almost feel the gentle touch of your hand there, as the golden afternoon begins to fall. I picture us laughing at the years we left behind, leaving every rushing worry far out of mind. We will watch the evening paper fold its wings, while the mantel clock remembers older springs. I will pour the chamomile you always loved best, and we will finally let the highway put us to rest. Some days feel so close, I reach across the room, expecting you to step right through the kitchen gloom. We will watch the evening paper fold its wings, while the mantel clock remembers older springs. I will pour the chamomile you always loved best, and we will finally let the highway put us to rest. The copper kettle finally starts to sing its tune, and I am ready for the quiet of our afternoon. Copper thimble sits beside my tea. It holds the shape of winter's used to be. I trace the surface with a trembling thumb, and count the years that quietly have come. The curtains ripple as the breeze pulls through. I wonder if you kept your coat of blue. Old letters yellow at the bottom drawer. We walk together on a wooden floor. Now empty teacups gather photograph is tucked behind the frame. I barely need to whisper out your name. The silence stretches warm across the room, like afternoon approaching into gloom. The radio is playing distant strings, remembering the comfort that it brings. Old letters yellow at the bottom drawer. We walk together on a wooden floor. Now empty teacups gather morning gray, and time forgets to hurry on its way. The shadows lengthen down the corridor. I'll even lock the heavy kitchen door, because a habit is a quiet friend that stays beside you until day will end. The copper thimble catches fading light. I fold my shawl and wish the world good night. The tea is cold, the afternoon is done. I close my eyes and keep what we begun. A glass bottle clinks against the concrete stair, just like it did when we were 9 and bold. The morning fog is heavy in the air, and every familiar doorway looks so old. I pulled my woolen scarf around my chin and watched the shadows stretch across the grass, remembering the trouble we were in before we knew how fast the years would pass. Do you recall the secrets that we swore beneath the wooden boards of your back porch? We thought the world outside our quiet town would wait for us to light a steady torch. The streets have changed their names, the houses fade, yet I can still retrace the games we played. You always walked 3 paces to the left, with flour dusting through your apron hem. We used to mend the neighborhood's slight theft and trade our paper dolls and copper stem. The baker rings his bell down on the square, though nobody is waiting by the door. I catch a scent of lavender in the air, just like the drawer where you kept what was yours. Do you recall the secrets that we swore beneath the wooden boards of your back porch? We thought the world outside our quiet town would wait for us to light a steady torch. The streets have changed their names, the houses fade, yet I can still retrace the games we played. Time does not apologize to friends who leave their muddy boots outside the gate. It pulls the curtain down before it ends and tells us it is useless to be late. I leave a penny on the garden wall in case you pass this way before the night. The milkman gathers up his empty bottles, small and tall, and walks away into the golden light. The scent of cedar and tobacco smoke drifts from the collar of a heavy cloak. She folds it gently on the wooden chair and breathes the quiet memory in the air. He left it hanging by the kitchen door before the winter settled on the floor. She touches buttons made of polished horn, remembering mornings when the bread was corn. He wore that coat to walk the northern ridge and watch the sunset from the iron bridge. She finds a penny in the pocket seam and closes eyes to catch a fleeting dream. The neighborhood has changed its rusty tune under the silver sickle of the moon. She pours a cup of tea for only one and watches fading colors of the sun. She touches buttons made of polished horn, remembering mornings when the bread was corn. He wore that coat to walk the northern ridge and watch the sunset from the iron bridge. Time does not hurry when the house is still. It rests like distant hill. She whispers names to keep the cold away, and lives the sweetness of another day. The scent of cedar lingers in the room as darkness gathers on the quiet loom. She hangs the coat back in its steady place and smiles to feel the warmth of his embrace. A sudden needle pokes my drifting mind while folding woolens in the fading light. I left your heavy tweed behind the door, where hallway shadows stretch across the floor. The wireless murmur strains of 44. A rainy Tuesday, like so many more. Silver buttons catch the copper glow of street lamps starting up their steady show. Across the pavement where we used to walk, in rhythm with our unhurried talk. A cup of chicory cools beside my hand, upon the table made of polished pine. The curtains flutter in the drafty room as daylight surrenders to the autumn gloom. The wireless murmur strains of 44. A rainy Tuesday, like so many more. Silver buttons catch the copper glow of street lamps starting up their steady show. Across the pavement where we used to walk, in rhythm with our unhurried talk. I turn the brass knob on the parlor clock and count the moments since you turned the lock. The teacup rattles softly on the tray, while all the ghosts of autumn drift away. I fold the blanket neatly on the bed and whisper every word you left unsaid. The quiet room accepts the closing day as night erases distance and decay. to the creek when the summer was long and my shoes were too weak. I keep reaching back through the folds of the day, finding pieces of ribbon that frayed on the way. My tea gets cold before I take a sip. A name slips softly from my fingertips. I folded sweaters in the cedar chest and wondered which of us loved autumn best. The kettle whistled for an empty room while dust motes danced inside the afternoon. A button rose across the wooden floor, stopping right by the hinges of the pantry door. I bend to pick it up and lose the thought of what it was I fancied or what I bought. My glasses slide right down to my nose while time unravels like a worn-out hose. I folded sweaters in the cedar chest and wondered which of us loved autumn best. The kettle whistled for an empty room while dust motes danced inside the afternoon. Faces look at me from silver frames, smiling brightly but forgetting names. I answer back to voices in the hall, though nobody is walking there at all. I folded sweaters in the cedar chest and wondered which of us loved autumn best. The kettle whistled for an empty room while dust motes danced inside the afternoon. The lamp is glowing on the bedside stand. I hold my own tired and wrinkled hand. The night has settled gently on the chair and left me resting softly right in here. The weight of the chair as I pulled it away before the young girl learned what she wanted to say. Your stockings were rolled and your collar was pinned, afraid of the sound of a September wind. You sat by the glass with a book on your knee and waited for someone to set your heart free. your face. The mistakes that you cry over, small as a grain, will turn into silver when touched by the rain. You save every letter tied up with green twine, believing the future is written in line. Your fingers are stained with the ink of a dream, too fragile to hold at the edge of the seam. The kettle is singing, the floorboards are cold, and you are so terrified of growing old. I wish I could whisper through 40 years space and smooth out the worry that lines up your face. The mistakes that you cry over, small as a grain, will turn into silver when touched by the rain. Put down the pen and just look at the sky. No need to ask how or to wonder just why. The road that is waiting is softer than glass, and all of the heavy gray shadows will pass. So smile at the girl in the mirror today and thank her for carrying half of the way. The journey was bumpy, the ending is sweet, and now we can finally sit down and rest our feet. A chime from the steeple breaks into the quiet room. I picture my porch in the autumn when asters bloom. I see myself sitting with gray woven shawls around, listening closely for any familiar sound. Years will roll softly like leaves on a windy hill, and I will be waiting where clover is growing still. One day I will look at the garden and miss your laugh, tracing the lines of our life on a photograph. Of a Tuesday gray, I count up the books on the shelf by the window frame and wonder if age will change how like parchment paper, while candlelight dances and flickers a steady taper. Years will roll softly like leaves on a windy hill, and I will be waiting where clover is growing still. One day I will look at the garden and miss your laugh, tracing the lines of our life on a photograph. Wondering how the long decades could slip away, leaving me here in the warmth of a Tuesday gray. Time is a river that carries us far from shore, yet somehow I picture us walking this path once more. One day I will look at the garden and miss your laugh, tracing the lines of our life on a photograph. Wondering how the long decades could slip away, leaving me here in the warmth of a Tuesday gray. I picture that future and smile as the shadows fall, knowing I loved you, the best of us, after all. You said yesterday the kitchen tiles feel colder than they used to be. I found a rusted hairpin underneath the pantry shelf. Your favorite wool cardigan is hanging on the second hook. I never learned to mend the elbow by myself. Small details catch my eye before the light begins to fade. The way the blue bowl sits beside the folded linen lace. I count the quiet hours on the clock against the wall. A single speck of dust falls softly through the yellow noon. The teacup holds a shadow where the sugar used to fall. We left our favorite record spinning out of tune. A stack of yellowed envelopes is tied with cotton twine. I notice how the ink has faded softly on the page. The calendar is stuck upon the second week of June. turning of the page. Small habits keep my hands from resting empty in my lap. The way you left your glasses tilted on the cedar mat. I count the quiet hours on the clock against the wall. A single speck of dust falls softly through the yellow noon. The teacup holds a shadow where the sugar used to fall. We left our favorite record spinning out of tune. The milkman left a bottle by the porch at 4:30. I watched the copper kettle start to form a tiny steam. I turned around to tell you what I saw across the floor, and realized that the afternoon is just a passing dream. The stove is ticking softly as the water starts to boil. I fold your winter sweater and I put it in the chest. I leave the window open just a fraction to the street and whisper all the things I always loved the best. Faded velvet brushes past my thumb. A box of buttons saved from long ago. Mother kept them where the cold wind comes. In winters that were deep with sudden snow, I trace the edges of a mother of pearl, remembering the girl I used to be. We measured time in hems we had to let out, and dresses stitched by kerosene and lamplight. The radio played a tune to hum about, while shadows stretched across the floor until night. Brass and copper tumbling in the tin, a heavy wool that caught upon my sleeve. Those autumn evenings when you both stepped in, before the years it taught me how to leave. I hold a wooden toggle from your winter coat and read the silent letters that we never wrote. We measured time in hems we had to let out, and dresses stitched by kerosene and lamplight. The radio played a tune we used to hum about, while shadows stretched across the floor until except the memory inside this chest. I close the lid and put the box away to keep the warmth of yesterday alive today. Cream and wooden dial. I'll be waiting here a while, watching how the shadow slips. Someday when my hair is white and the snow begins to fall, down the hall, turning toward the amber light. When the mantel clock strikes 4, you will step across the floor, carrying a coat of gray, like you never went away. 2 more hours to let it pass. I am brushing off the dust. Time is gentle with our trust. Mirror shines against the glass. Someday when the room is still and the evening cups are poured, I will hear that familiar chord drifting down the windowsill. When the mantel clock strikes 4, you will step across the floor, carrying a coat of gray, like you never went away. All the years we haven't seen will dissolve in gaslit air. I will meet you by the chair where we always used to lean. When the mantel clock strikes 4, you will step across the floor, carrying a coat of gray, like you never went away. 14 minutes past the hour, I am smiling at the door, knowing we will want for nothing more. As the winter loses power,